Hey, a bit Steve from that old Yorkshire geek, and welcome to Friday Night Appointment with Fear, episode 114. I don't know why I look around there for it. It says it there. For me, it's up there on the screen. I'm an idiot. Welcome to episode 114 of Friday Night Appointment with Fear, and this week, with it being festive, it's Jack Frost, not the one with Michael Keaton, which I've never seen, but my son's seen it. It says it makes him cry. So it probably made me cry as well. But it's not that one, it's the one with Scott McDonald as the killer snowman, and it's rubbish, but it's brilliant at the same time. Anyway, before we start, don't forget to like and subscribe, and share the videos, and drop a comment, hit the notification bell if you're subscribed already. Right, we're live on YouTube, let me check. Yes, we are, we're live on YouTube. We're live on Rumble, and we're live on Twitch. Yeah, don't know why I keep doing Twitch, but whatever. What else? Explore the description for various links for merch, which I'm not wearing because I keep forgetting. Merch and my Patreon, where you can get exclusive videos and early access videos. Become a member. Become a member of the YouTube channel, and again, you'll get early access and exclusive videos and exclusive emojis and stuff like that. And also links for my books. Mercury Rapids, light-hearted sci-fi action adventure about UFOs and stuff. Silent Predator, short horror novella about genetically engineered big cats, or genetically altered, whatever. Big cats. I wrote the book, I can't really remember. Eating People in a North Yorkshire Village on Amazon, Kindle and paperback. Right, give them a whirl. What else? Super Chats. There was a Super Chat, if you remember. You can join in the live chat, or you can do as a super thanks just through the regular channels or whatever. Help keep the lights on, etc. Right, is that it? Can we get on with it now? So, right. Sorry, I'm boozing, so I might slur a bit. More than normal, I am drinking Newcastle Brown. Can you see it? There we go. Bit of nuclear brown. Cheers. Seasoned greetings and all that. Right, Jack Frost from 1997. I think it was a straight to DVD or straight to video. Probably straight to video back then, wasn't it? 97. But DVD's a thing then. I think they'd been invented, hadn't they? But I don't think they started getting popular till a year or so later. But anyway, whatever. So straight to video, low budget. I'm saying low budget, $500,000. I wish I had $500,000. But I don't know what all that went on. Probably on Shannon Elizabeth. Anyway, written and directed by Michael Keaton, who was a British chap. You hear his voice right at the beginning of the film. So directed by him, written by him and Jeremy Page. Stars Christopher Allport, Stephen Mendel, F. William Parker, Rob LaBelle, Shannon Elizabeth, who's like the only famous name in the film, apart from Scott McDonald. And various others, and Scott McDonald, who's been in loads of TV, Star Trek, Babylon 5, Space Above and Beyond, etc. There's been loads of stuff. And I think Angels Dread. What Angels Dread? I want to check. It probably wasn't now, I'm saying that. The Schwarzenegger, not Schwarzenegger, the Stallone Judge Dredd. I tell you, I've been drinking. Let me check. I bet it ain't now I've said that. When did that come out? Were it 95? Let me check. I bet it's not him. Because I always think it is him. No, it ain't. It's not there. It's not there. I always thought it was him. There's a guard at the beginning of the Judge Dredd film, the Stallone one. There's a guard. You don't see but you see his jaw and all that. And I always think that's Scott McDonald because it looks just like his jawline. But it's not in IMDb, so maybe it's not him. But anyway, whatever. He's in my mind. A Sci-Fi Quest is here. I can't actually believe it's got a sequel in 2000. Yes, it did. And I think I've seen it, but I can't remember. But yes, it got a sequel called Jack Frost 2, Revenge of the Mutant Killer Snowman. And I think I've seen it, but as I said, I can't remember what happens with it. But anyway, this film was the film debut of Shannon Elizabeth before she went to fame from stuff like American Pie and other stuff. I'm blanking. But anyway, Right, so let's get on with it, shall we? Get on with it. By the way, you can watch it on YouTube. It's available on YouTube for free. I've put the link in the description. And we're watching well, I was just going to play it through YouTube, but I thought no, I'll play the video rip that I've got off YouTube. But anyway, right. So we'll just get on with it, shall we? So I thought we'd just play it, but I still get into bother because the bloody, you know what YouTube's like. Right. So I'll make myself titchy tiny. But first I've got to get rid of that. I don't have to now, do I? Because there's no subtitles, by the way, on this, so I don't have to move that. So to make room for the subtitles. Right, where are we? Which one is it? I have no idea. I can't remember. That one? That's a bit too small. No, it's not that one. I'm useless. There we go. That'll do. Whatever. Hey dear. Hey dear. Right, so add it to the stage. That'd help, wouldn't it? Right, we're off. Sci-fi quest says, whenever someone says Jack Frost, to keep remembering the one from a year later with Michael Keaton. Yes, I've just mentioned that it's not that one. It's not that one, which I've never seen, as I said earlier. But my son has. Right, we're off and running. So we begin with a voiceover from the director, and I think the little girl's voice that you hear. I'll just play a snippet so you know what I'm on about. Oh, hang on.
Uncle Henry, tell me a story.
No, it's late. Go to bed. Santa will be here soon.
No.
There we go. I think the little girl appears in the film later as an adult, I think. Where is it? I've seen it somewhere. Where is it? Yes, Marcia Clark is the voice of the little girl, and she plays like the police dispatcher that we see later on. And the male voice is Michael Keaton, who's a British chap, as you might recognise from his accent. Anywho, shut up. Mute it again. So it's a little girl asking for a Christmas story, and then her Uncle Henry, whoever he is, it's over the credits, by the way, is telling her all about Jack Frost, who basically goes around murdering people. So her Uncle Henry must be a bit of a knobhead, telling this scary story about Jack Frost, who kills people and makes them into pies. So I must think he's Sweeney Todd and all that stuff. But anyway, so he's telling her all this. There you go. And Scott McDonald as Jack Frost. Anyway, right, so and then we find out that Jack Frost made a mistake, got himself caught, and now he's on his way to be executed at midnight at Christmas. I don't know if it's Christmas. I don't know if it's Christmas Eve, or I don't know if it says. Does it say? I can't remember. Does it say in the thingamajig? No, it just says on a snowy December night. I don't know. It's Christmas period anyway, because everybody's got the Christmas stuff up. Anyway, right, so we begin in a minute. There we go. Written and directed by Michael Keaton, who done things, I think he's written things like Identity, that film with that actor in, I've forgotten. Spoilers, they're at a motel and they're all dead, that one. Anyway, here we go. Right, so we're in a snowstorm. By the way, this was filmed entirely in California in winter, and they want a bit of snow about, as you might expect from California, but there's different parts of California in there. But there wasn't a rhythm of snow anywhere, so that to make it all out of cotton and all that stuff. It's in here in the where were it filmed? It was filmed at Big Bear Lake in California, Fawn Lodge, and there must be the town of Fawnskin. Fawn, Fawn, Fawnskin. So Fawnskin Market, Fawn Lodge, and Fawnskin Post Office is the police station that we're going to see. You can tell it's not a real police station. Right, anyway, Fawnskin. What we're going to say? Yes, I'm going to talk about the snow. Right, the movie was shot in winter during a drought year with no snow on the ground. According to actor Scott McDonald, the temperature got as high as 70 degrees. That's American, so that's Fahrenheit, obviously. Foam and cotton swabs had to be used as snow substitutes. The cotton would get increasingly dirty as the shoot went on, and the filmmakers had no money to regularly replace the cotton. And according to IMDb, it took 3 years to do this film, filmed between 1993 and 1996. So there you go, 3 bloody years. Anyway, right, so here we go. I've seen these drivers. They're heading. Oh, wow, does it say on the side of the truck? Oh no, it must come in a minute. These heading. There we go. They're taking Jack Frost to his place of execution. And as you can see there, state execution transfer vehicle, executional transfer vehicle. Is that a real thing? I don't think so. I don't think they take you to where you're going to be executed like just half an hour before, because that's what they're saying in this. They're saying you're going to be executed in half an hour, because it's 11:30 at night or whatever. It's going to be executed at midnight. I don't think that's how they do it, is it? But anyway, whatever. So, but it's a snowy night. There they go, they're on about his side. Oh, Jack Frost is lucky. He won't have to drive back in this. And then we see Jack Frost in the back of the truck, and there he is, all evil, because he's got a scar on his face, and he's staring, and he's all that stuff. And he's asking the guard that's with him for a light. And then this guard looks at him, and, he hadn't. Could have sworn when I just watched it. It must have just been the light that he had. It is, I think it's just the way the light's in his eye. I thought he had white retinas, irises, whatever the colour part of your eye is. I thought they were going for a Lee Van Cleef look or something like that. But anyway, blowing smoke in his mouth, in his face. Right. So anyway, they headed through Snowmanton, the snowman capital of the Midwest. They spelled capital wrong. They spelled Capitol as in Capitol Hill in America, which was named after the Capitoline Hill in Rome. Capital as in the capital city is AL, not OL, but whatever. Of the Midwest, so it's not supposed to be in California, it's supposed to be in the Midwest, which is like, I don't know, Idaho, them sort of states, isn't it? The flyover states. But anyway, we're from California. Anyway, so they're headed through Snowmanton, which just happens to be the town where the sheriff who arrested Jack Frost in the first place is from. Anyway, heading on the way. And we also learn this bit here that Jack has killed his guard. He's got him, choking him, look. So he's already halfway escaped. He's got his cigarette. But there's another truck coming the other way from GCC, Genetic Research, something or other. Hey, and there's the driver who's an idiot. Justin 34's there. Oh, crikey, blimey, Moses. Justin 34's just given us a $20 super chat. He's just not said anything. Just, moonwalked in, slapped $20 on the table, and moonwalked back out again. Thank you very much, Justin 34. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to you. That is super, super generous. Super, super generous. Thank you so much. Thank you for everything you do. I don't do anything. But thank you anyway. Thank you. I just sit here and waffle into a microphone and say and ah a lot. Not a sci-fi quest. Anyway, where were we? This fella's from the genetics research lab in his truck, smiling away at something. Maybe he's listening to music. I can't remember. I've just finished watching this film and I've already forgotten it. But he's also, hang on, where are we? There we go. He's trying to pour himself a drink out of his flask as he's driving. Never a good idea. Don't do that at home, kids. It's not the best thing to do. So anyway, they're going to crash into each other. Obviously, low-budget film. They couldn't afford to film a crash. So what they're going to film is just lights in the faces of the actors. And is this where it's going to... hang on. Just a slow motion shot of them hitting each other and not actually doing it, and then just turning the camera around to make it look as though the cars are crashing. There you go. We're crashing. Going upside down, because they couldn't afford it. And then a insert shot of some glass breaking that they probably got from a scrapyard. And Jack Frost heading out the door. There he goes. Hang on. There he goes out the door. Right, so everybody's dead apart from him. He gets out. There's the guard, and Jack Frost is alive as well. Obviously. Oh, there's something happening with the genetic research truck. It's heating up is whatever's inside because it's got a compression tester valve thing. Anyway, it's gonna blow, she said. Anyway, he comes out with cuts and bruises. He's from the sheriff's office, I think, from the executional division or whatever they called it. Anyway, there he is. He's got escape. He's escaped somehow. He must have got the key. He must have got the key off the other guard because whatever. He's escaped. Still got his cigarette. So anyway, he's going to kill him. But before that happens, there you go. Jack Frost gets covered in the stuff. Hang on, here we go. Not the stuff from the film. There you go. It comes out and squirts in his face, so to speak. There we go. Covered in genetically engineered goo. Anyway, so there he melts away, and I must admit, quite a cool effect. Like I say, he's all melting away, kind of gruesome. But there you go, it's all just disappearing, and he melts into the snow. You can guess what's going to happen, can't you? But there he goes, melted into the snow in a dissolve. So the guard's thinking, oh, what happened there? But then it all starts, and then we get a bit of CG. Like Jurassic Park, innit? Oh dear. And then he comes back to life just like Sandman in Spider-Man 3, but in snow form, and didn't cost like $80 gazillion to render. So he just out he comes. So he shoots at him. Obviously that doesn't do anything. Then we hear ah. So what's happened there? I don't know. And then we cut to him, the sheriff. I forgot his name. Hang on, where is it? I just said bloody last name there. Sheriff Sam. Just bear with me. Sam Tyler, played by Christopher Allport, who has passed away. Unfortunately, there was supposed to be another sequel to it, Jack Frost 3, but he died, and they decided not to bother. So there we go. Anyway, so he's with his family. They're heading home. There's his wife, and we're going to see his kid in a minute. Hang on, where is it? I think listening on the radio about Jack Frost, he's heading for his execution, and she's saying, it'll soon be over. And then he has a flashback of the day that he arrested Jack Frost. There we go, just been for a week. Maybe he just killed somebody. He's obviously suspicious, and he arrests him, and that's probably when they find that he's a murderer, because he goes around murdering people. And there's the at the trial is coming out to say, I'll find you, and I'll get you, and all that stuff. There you go, he's threatening him. There we go. Then we're back to modern times. And they drive past this wreck. Obviously, they don't know it was Jack Frost that's in this. They just see an accident. Oh, there's his son, who kind of looks like Scott Grimes, who were a kid in the 80s. He was in films like Critters, and I think Critters 2 as well. Famous more recently for The Orville. But it just reminds me of him. Anyway, but it's not him. Anyway, right, so here we go. So he says, what's happening? He says, move along, it's FBI and all that stuff. And then we cut to him. And no, it's not Nick from Echo Base Network. It's somebody else. I've forgotten his bloody name. Stephen Mendel as Agent Manners. Right. That's who that is. He's the FBI agent in charge. Except he's not he is an FBI agent, but he's kind of hiring himself out as a mercenary or something in this. He's in cahoots with the genetics company. Kind of covering it up. He's gone a bit loopy as this guard, and he's like, what is his name? Down to snow and all that stuff, and nobody believes him. Right, passage of time. They're back home. Here we are. It's coming up to Christmas, and I suspect that the film this is somebody's house because the actor here. He keeps nearly banging his head on these lights and having to look up at them as though he doesn't know they're there. If it were your house, you'd know they were there, wouldn't you? But he keeps having to look up at them so he doesn't bang into them. Anyway, So here he is. His son's making some oatmeal something or other. And his wife's doing other things. And me cat's being naughty. Behave yourself. Oi, get you. Yes, he's stuck, aren't you? Bloody animal. Where were we? He's having his coffee because it's America. Where were we? He's making this horrible oatmeal stuff. He says taking it to work, so he puts it in a bag for him, and I'll take it, and he's just going to throw it away. Thankfully, he doesn't, because this oatmeal is a plot point. He's going to nearly bump his head on that. There you go. See, he does it more than once. And off he goes to work, because he's the sheriff of Snowmanton, the snowman capital of the Midwest. And you've got snowman building competition. Are you ready for all the snow? Look, there's no snow at all. No snow in the background. No snow on the trees. Where'd they get the snow from? Don't know. Nobody mentions how there's no snow. You do see some snow, but there's not a lot of it. They've obviously just, like I say, it's made from cotton wool, and it looks like desiccated coconut or something. It's probably asbestos. There, look. Anyway, so here he is, checking on the people making snowmen. There's Shannon Elizabeth, look. A young Shannon Elizabeth in her first movie role. She gets a kit off later. You don't see out. Anyway, these are Jake something or other and his wife. I can't bloody remember. Jake Metzner and his wife Jill. Jill is Shannon Elizabeth, his daughter. He's got a son called Billy, who's going to die soon, and I can't remember her name. Does it say? Is she Sally? I have no idea. Whatever. But she's Mrs. Metzner. And she seems a bit ditzy. She's talking about building snowmen and stuff in a ditzy kind of way. And he's saying, come on, help us tie this. Because he's grumpy. I think that's Billy. Yes, that's Billy Metzner, who we learn is a bit of a dick. But he gets his comeuppance. In a pretty major way, in a bit. Anyway, so there we go. Is it Billy Metzner? Jake. I can't bloody remember. Hang on. Jill. Yes, Billy Metzner. So who's he then? I thought that was Billy. I forgot his name. Was he Tommy? I think he's Tommy. Can't keep track. Anyway, he's making a snow woman. There you go, with boobs and stuff. And he cracks the old joke. What's the difference between snow men and snow women? You know the answer. So there we go. The fella that owns the hardware store, see, they're all wrapped up for winter, for all the snow. And he sells salt, it seems, and ammo. Salt and ammo, 20% off. That's his catchphrase for this film. So anyway, he does the joke as well. He says, I've heard it. Right, so, look, she wants Tommy, doesn't she? Bless her. Anyway, so they're going to get together later on. Right, he's heading back to the police station, the Snowmanton police station. Or it's a sheriff station, I don't know, whatever. Which is actually the post office. It's the fawn skin post office, fawn skin. It is. Anyway, so in he goes. He throws the, remember the stuff. Hang on, he's going back for it now. There we go. Have we done it already? Oh, we've gone past it already. No, it's coming out now. Right. Oh, no, he's got it back out. No, he's putting it in. Right, he's putting it. Is it? No, he's got it back out. Whatever. He threw it in the bin. It was the bag of the oatmeal stuff that his son gave him. Thank God he didn't eat it, because we find out what's in it later on. But anyway, he feels guilty and gets it back out and puts it in the car. Don't take it in with him to the police station. Puts it in the car. Thank God he does. Anyway, right. So in he goes to the police station. There you go. They've been making Christmas decorations out of police tape. Anyway, there's Marla, played by Marsha something or other. She did the voice of the little girl at the beginning, but here she's like the dispatcher, assistant, whatever. And she's using a hairdryer to, I don't know, dry her hair, keep warm. I don't know, but she's using it. But it's there for a reason. Hairdryers are important. And for some reason, everybody just carries one around with them. I don't know why, but they just do, and thank goodness. Anyway, and there's some hairspray. Oh, she must be drying her hairspray. Is that a thing? I don't know, but thank goodness there's lots of hairspray as well. Anyway, it says, has there been have I missed something? Oh no, I haven't. No. It says, has there been any calls? And she says, what's up with you? Somebody died, and then she just holds up. Oh, hang on, I've gone too far. She just holds up a thing. There you go. Somebody died. Phone memo. She can speak. I don't know why she's not speaking, but anyway, whatever. Right, so we found somebody's died. This fella, I have no idea who he is. I don't know if it even mentions his name. Maybe it does. I don't know. Maybe it does. Maybe it puts this in the. I've got subtitles for this, but they're out of sync. Shall we see what happens? I will put the subtitles on. Subtitle track. Right. They're out of sync. But I just want to see if it says his name. I don't know how out of sync they are. There you go. What's the matter? Somebody died. It's not a million miles out of sync, but they are a bit. Old Man Harper. That's who's died. Thank goodness for the subtitles. But they're out of sync. I'll get rid of them again. There we go. I've got a thing called a subtitle workshop program on my computer now. We're going to go through the subtitles and put them all back in sync. And I thought, I can't be arsed. It'll take too long. Anyway, Old Man Harper's dead. It seems, not it seems, he is. It's been frozen somehow. They're all looking at him, and because he's rocking as well, as you walked, he's rocking. And we learn he's actually rocking because this policeman is actually doing it with his foot. He says, "Will you stop doing that?" Oh, sorry. So anyway, they've known him for ages, and I think they got apples from him. We always stole apples from him, so he must have apple trees. There won't be many apples about in the middle of winter, will there? But anyway, whatever. So there he is. Where does he live? Don't know. Does it say anything there? I can't make it out. Whatever. Right. So and he's phoning up the FBI because somebody's died. So he's going to pass it on to the FBI, and he gets through to Agent Manners. He says, right, we'll send somebody or whatever. Oh, that's where we also learn that he's in cahoots with him, who has been in loads of stuff, but the only thing I can remember seeing him in is the X-Files episode from season 1, Ghost in the Machine. That were a good episode. He's been in other stuff as well. Lots of TV. A lot of TV actors in this. Oh, pardon me. Anyway, he's the scientist that created the genetic goop that has turned Jack Frost into that, a giant, a killer snowman. Anyway, right, so they're heading out. Meanwhile, this is the coroner, whatever. He's explaining what's happened. We learned that Old Man Harper's head has been thrust back with such a force it's broken his neck, but he can't find any bruises on his face, so it's like his face were covered with a mitten or a glove or something, or a big snowy hand maybe, and that's what killed him. So anyway, so they've got a murderer on the loose, it seems. Anyway, right, so this is Sam's wife coming back home. I can't remember her name. Does she have a name? I'll say Anne. I have no idea if that's right. She's got a face. I've seen her in something as well. Yes. Oh, yes. It is her. Right. Sam's wife, who we saw earlier on, has also been in Star Trek. In an episode I watched the other day. In season 3 of Star Trek, she's in the episode Ensigns of Command, where Data has to go to this planet that have been... they've got to get the people of this 15,000 colonists on this planet that are to get off because the Shellyak are coming with their colonists and it's their planet, and they have to get these people off. She lives there, so she's been in Star Trek. I thought she looked familiar. Been in other stuff as well. Right. So I forgot what her name. Anne. Right. She's arriving home, and there's a snowman that's appeared outside somehow. And so she goes in, shows us the snowman. Dun dun dun. And we see that he's still baking. He's making things now. He's doing gingerbread men, not ginger dead men, which I've still not seen. Win Grace keeps telling me to watch it. But he's doing those. So he's obviously some sort of, aspiring chef, is this young lad. This little Scott Grimes look-alike. And he says, oh, that's very good. And I like your snowman you built outside. He says, oh, I haven't built a snowman, mother. Anyway. Right, so what's happening now? The crowd, the locals are getting... the word about the passing, the murder of old man Harper. So they want the sheriff to do something about it. And he says, well, just, go home or whatever and lock your doors. So he, the owner of the general store, this is when he says, we'll get ammo, 20% off. So they all head over to his store. Anyway. So that's what's happening there. Right, moving on. She's still at it with her hairspray. Oh, yes, this officer. I don't know his name. Keeps asking Marla out for a date, and she keeps saying no. And she just sprays him in the face. Hang on, I've missed it. She just sprays him in the face with her with a hairspray. She must be evil, and he just stands there and takes it. Anyway, there's that snowman, look. And here comes young... I don't know his name. Ryan, played by Zach Eggington. Ryan's going out, and he's going to make this snowman more human, because it's just a blank snowman. So he climbs up, going to put some coal and a carrot and all that stuff to give him a face. That's what he's doing. So there we go, making up the snow. Look at it. The holes for the coal are already there. Look. Anyway, then he shoves a carrot in. There it goes. Sorted. And makes a mouth. And then we see the mouth. It starts making teeth inside. Look. Is he going to get his hand bitten off? No, it's fine. But here comes Billy Metzner. And he's saying, you're in the way, because you're in the middle of a sled thing. They're going ice sledding or whatever. And he says, this is my dad's front lawn. He says, you're still in the way. So he's been a bully and a dick. Says, get out the way, kid. And he knocks the head off the snowman, as we see in a minute. Hang on, I've gone too far, look. He knocks the head off the snowman. He's going to do it now, for God's sake. Just get on with it. They're doing their sledding. He might have done it already. Whatever. He knocks the head off the snowman. Then the snowman's there, head's on the ground, and its hand, there we go, knocks Billy there. And, I don't know, some reason his sled goes over his neck and decapitates him with gusto. Oh dear. And the snowman's there going, yay! With his hand up like that. Yay! Oh dear. So that sled must hit him with some force. And he's like, little poor Ryan, look. And he says that I didn't do it. Oh dear. And then somebody comes along and just puts snow over the blood, over Billy Metzner's blood. Just a little bit there. That'll do. Don't go mad. The budget doesn't cover, too much snow. Anyway, so they're taking his body away. There you go. They've got his head in a bag. But they just think this is just an accident. There's his parents. Look, they're all devastated. He thinks the sheriff's son killed his son. He says, they got into a fight. He says, he chopped his head off. But no, it wasn't that. And I think his son tells him, it was the snowman that did it. What the hell was that? The neighbours banging about. Anyway, so off they go. We also see there's Tommy. We see that priest a couple of times knocking about. He doesn't do a lot in this. But anyway, somebody puts the head back on the snowman. I don't know who, but it just does. And he's the son saying, it was the snowman that did it. And obviously nobody believes him. But we do, don't we, kids? Anyway, meanwhile, well, later on that night, Anne is doing something in the kitchen. I don't know. Oh, with carrots. Doing something with carrots. Oh, look, somebody goes by. A shadow goes past the window. And she's cooking celery and carrots. We see her put them in the pot. Celery and carrots. I like celery, but not cooked. Never had celery cooked. Anyway. Sam's going over the old letters that he got from Jack Frost, saying, I will find you and kill you and all that stuff. His threatening letters. And she says, I thought you'd destroyed them. She says, I'm going to destroy them now. And then they hear a noise at the door. And they go and check. And it's it must have a name, the hardware store owner. What's he called? I don't know. I don't know. I'm sure he's got a name. Let's put the subtitles back on to see if it tells us his name. Names aren't important, are they? But anyway, let's see. Ghost shakes. Gee, hang on, he says that. Hang on. Look, he nearly knocks his head as well. See, again, obviously he doesn't live there. Does it say? Say his name, for God's sake. Oh, I don't bloody know. Not saying his name, is he? Not saying his name. There you go. 20% off the salt. Whatever. Because he brought some salt for him. The hardware store owner. But I don't know his bloody name. Anyway, right. So we're at the Metzner's now. There you go. There's, I forgot her name. Mrs. Metzner. She wants to put the Christmas lights on the tree. But he doesn't want to, does Jake Metzner. He says, our son's just died. Anyway. So he says, no. He says, right, I'm going off. Oh, I've still got subtitles on, haven't I? Turn them off. He says, our son's just died. And then she comes down. There's Jill Metzner. She says, I'm going out. Says, oh, where are you going off? Prowling off into the night. Says, well, I'm just going. So off she goes. He says, right, I'm going to cut some wood for the fire. So out he goes. Oh, there's that snowman there from earlier. So he goes and sits down. He's going to smoke his pipe. And then he hears a voice asking for a smoke. He says, oh, can you give me a smoke? And he's ignored. He doesn't know who it is because there's just a snowman there. But nobody, he thinks it's somebody hiding. But me. So he's going to try and get whoever it is. But the snowman gets the axe first. Here we go. And somehow, I've missed it, gone past it. There you go. Grabs the axe off him. There we go. And don't chop him with the axe. It somehow, I don't know how this works. There we go. Shoves the handle of the axe through his head, through in his mouth, and goes out through the back of his head. I think. But it says, I just asked for a smoke. Anyway, so that's Jake Metzner's gun. That's victim number 3-ish. Well, I don't know. Since he hit town, anyway. Then Jill, not Jill, Jill's the daughter. I don't know her name, Mrs. Metzner. She notices a wet patch on the floor and doesn't do anything about it. She just goes, oh, Jake, I've told you. And just steps over it. And goes and sits down with a cup of tea. And the Christmas lights come on. And she goes, oh, Jake, that's lovely. But then somehow, we keep hearing a noise, like a noise. And then we look round. Hang on, just a minute. There we go. It's there behind her. It's Jack Frost, isn't it? It's Jack Frost behind the chair. And we learn that he can just turn himself to water and slither off. and then reform himself like Sandman. So that's what he does. That's how he gets about without being seen. Anyway, then he gets her, so she's going to cop for it now. Because she's trying to fix the lights, they've gone off, and she doesn't know what's happening. And then Jack gets her. She's felt behind her and got a bit of snow. And then he gets her and throttles her with Christmas lights and smashes her head into the box of baubles, wassail cups. Do they still call them that? I used to call them that when I was a kid. Wassail cups. They weren't cups, they were baubles, weren't they? But anyway, that's what they used to call them when I was a kid. Because we used to go a wassailing. I have no idea what it means, I don't know. So there she is, she dies, and it essentially crucifies her on the Christmas tree. And he just comes barging in, does whatever his name is, Mr. General Store Owner, with salt pellets. Thank goodness there isn't a salt vampire, Windgrace, I think he's sodded off. He's not even here, is he? He's doing Christmassy stuff. Anyway, and he sees her, but he also sees the snowman. Not walking through the air snowman, the Jack Frost. He also sees Jack Frost and goes running off. Hang on, where are we? There we go. Goes running off. I don't know who told the police then, because he didn't tell the police because he's sodded off. He's running for his life, but he comes back in a bit. So I don't know, maybe somebody else has phoned him. The police have arrived, they found Mrs. Metzner, and obviously Mr. Metzner out back. And we learned that the back door's locked, so they're saying that the killer must have locked the back door after he left, or something. It's a plot point, not a good one. I head back to the station then. He's going to go back there in a bit. But he head back to the station, and we see there's I didn't notice it earlier on, but there's a mystery door. The FBI chap's arrived. Agent Manners. He introduces himself. So anyway, they don't really get on, but they have to work together. But then they head back to the Metzner house. That's where he notices this. He calls it a footprint. It's just a puddle of water. It's not a footprint, but they say it's a footprint. He already knows this is Jack Frost, and he does as well because he told him. That's been changed by his genetic goo stuff that he'd invented. By the way, it's a POV as though we're Jack Frost looking up. Right, so he's back again. He's the coroner, whatever he is, and he's saying the axe handle went in, one swift strike down, and that it were done with. So incredibly strong person. He says it was incredibly strong. So what are you saying it for? He says, well, I can't, because it's not like human, but whoever did this was an animal, metaphorically speaking. But anyway. But then they're talking about the back door, because they're finding in Mr. Metzner's pocket, in Jake Metzner's pocket, there's his back door key. And he says, well, how many back door keys do people usually have? And he says, well, one. So how many do you have? One. How many do you have? One. So, it's showing that obviously the killer couldn't have locked the back door because Mr. Metzner had the key. He could have locked it and put it in Mr. Metzner's pocket for all we know. But anyway, that's not what they're saying. They're trying to make out that obviously the killer didn't lock the back door. He got through the back door, which were locked. They're not talking about the front door for some reason. I think because the puddle is by the back door, isn't it? Through some other way, getting through the back door without opening it. That's what they're trying to say. Anyway, so they're heading into town. There's the snowman building contest. They've got to do a curfew now. They're going to get the townsfolk into the church hall, which is supposed to be this. I don't think it's a church, but whatever. In fawn skin. Funny name. So he's saying, no, we've got a problem, people. The vicar, priest, whatever he is, father, is turning the heating on. Like that. Behave! Bloody cat. dead naughty. She doesn't want to go out. She's making that she wants to go out. I'll open the door. She'll just sit there and look and not go out. Pain in the bum. Anyway, so telling them, that we've got to stay here. There's a curfew, so you've got to go home or stay here or whatever. It's for your own safety. Right. Meanwhile, he comes back. There's Mr. General Store owner man. And he's smashing up all the snowmen because saying it was the snowmen that did it. It was the snowman. Saying, what's wrong with you? And he's saying it was the snowman. We've got to destroy him. And then Agent Manners knocks him out. Boing! There we go. Because he was talking too much, obviously. Anyway, so I think they put him in a cell to keep him out of the way. Take him to the police station. It says to this policeman, go off and find somebody. Can't remember who. Maybe Jill, Metzner, Shannon Elizabeth, or somebody. I don't know. But it's to go off and find somebody by himself. And he does find somebody. He finds Jack Frost with a stop sign. So he's thinking, right, well, I'll go and move it, because obviously he doesn't know there's a killer snowman. So he goes back to his car, gets a shovel out, but it's gone, it's disappeared as the snowman. And so he puts his shovel back, but Jack Frost is in the car and reverses over the policeman and runs him over, and we presume he's dead, and then drives off. So there we go. We don't even see him die, which was poo, wasn't it? Anyway. Right, so they're having fun. Alright, she's going home for some blankets for the townspeople. And me. Jack Frost is trying to get her, but this policeman arrives and saves her, but obviously something's going to happen to him. I can't actually remember this bit. Oh dear. It's just water, isn't it? Anyway, they're fine for now. They're talking about what goes where. I have no idea what all this is, but it's showing Snowmanton. I think it's telling him that basically the town is cut off now because of the snowstorm. The town's cut off and you can't get in or out by the roads. So, it's up to them to sort out what's going on. Right, so there you go, it's taking her back to the church or whatever. Right, here's Jill and Tommy. They're about to get down to things. Here we go, they're going to... Is this the sheriff's house? It looks like it. Doesn't have just been there. Did they just have that one house to film in? They must have done. I don't know. But anyway. So they're going to, get up to shenanigans. And so there you go. Teen love. She's putting some music on. He's getting some bubble, some rosé, and he puts some ice in it. Do you have ice in rosé? I don't know. I'm not a wine drinker. But there you go. There's loads of... hang on, I've gone too far. Loads of ice in the freezer, just packed in there. But that's not ice, it's snow in it, and you can see that there's a carrot in there. So obviously, this is Jack Frost. He's put himself in the freezer, hasn't he? So he gets some out and puts it in the drink. And there you go. Hair dryer. She's got a hair dryer. She's drying her hair. So I don't know what she's drying her hair for. Has she been in the shower? I don't know. But she's drying her hair for some reason. If she's been in the shower, I don't know what's going on. I'm thinking she's been in the shower, but is hiding from something. Jack Frost is going to get him now. He's looking round. He keeps seeing lights and stuff going by. There you go. Jack Frost is going to get him now. And he punches him, knocks him down, and then he fires. We learn that Jack Frost can fire icicles at people. He's stabbing Jack Frost. And here we go. Hang on. I'm too far. There you go. He fires icicles at him, and then he fires one. Pins him to the door, and he fires another, and it gets him through the head. Ah, twink. So there we go. Anyway, so she goes to the bathroom and finds a bath full of warm water. Don't know who did that. Did Jack Frost do it? I've no idea. Obviously, Tommy didn't do it because he was busy fighting for his life, wasn't he? But she says, there you go, there's Tommy dead. But we just saw her drying her hair, didn't we? So she'd just been in the shower. I have no idea what's going on. But now she's getting in the bath. And she goes, oh, thank you, Tommy, or whatever. So she gets in the bath. Oh, well, he don't see out. So in she gets. In she gets in the bath. Lovely and warm, getting all warm and stuff. But here comes water heading into the bathroom, and the water suddenly turns to snow. And there's a carrot. And there you go. Suddenly she's covered in desiccated coconut, or whatever it is. And it turns into Jack Frost. You can see his nose is not there, so he's using his carrot for something else. I'll let you use your imagination, but basically, there we go. He's doing her to death. So there we go, and she dies, and we see blood come out of her mouth. There we go. So poor Shannon Elizabeth's dead. And he sticks his carrot back in his face and smokes a pipe. So is that Jake's pipe? Must be Jake's pipe. And he says, "Oh, maybe I should send her flowers, because she's dead." Right, back at the station. There we go. Stormfront's heading in. Oh, this is where he's telling them that they can't get out of town. Blah blah blah. They've got to deal with the problem themselves. It kind of looks a little bit like Adrian Barbeau, doesn't she? Or something. She's got one of them faces. I'm going to have to look her up now. You know what I'm like. Where is she? Marsha somebody or other. Marsha Clark. That name does ring a bell. Marsha Clark. She hasn't got a picture. What's she been in? Cracky. She does game stuff. TV shows. No, nothing I've seen. She just looks for me. Oh, she was in Caprica. As a voice. She's a voiceover artist, it seems. Mostly. Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, which I've never seen, that animated film. Games, TV. Terminator 3. Oh, Rise of the Machines. Game. Oh, she's in Jack Frost 2. I'm sure I've seen it, but I can't bloody remember. What else? She's been in Star Trek. We've had some other Star Trek people, haven't we? Let's have a... No, she hasn't. Right. She was in Dynasty, or as they say in America, Dynasty. No. She's not been anything I've seen. Not that I've noted. Not that I've seen. But she's got one of those faces. Looks a little bit like Adrian Barbeau, doesn't she? A bit. But not much. Right, where were we? I hear a car pull up. So it must be the car that they sent out earlier. The one that the driver got ran over. But the car's arrived. And said, there's no sign of whatever it is. I think they say Chris. I think they say his name's Chris, but I could be wrong. So it's not there, but it's all wet inside the car. So what's going on there? And then suddenly just Jack Frost appears. Hang on. There you go. It just appears because she says she looks down. He says, "Isn't that Jake's scarf?" I think it's Jake. Somebody had a scarf. I can't remember who it was. Isn't that so and so's scarf? She probably says it. I put the subtitles back up. Me bloody subtitles. If only they were in sync. But she does say. See, no, I'm out of sync. Jake, yes, Jake Metzner's old scarf. Right, get rid of them again. So she says, isn't that Jake Metzner's old scarf? He said, don't touch it. And then Jack Frost just rises up behind her and she runs away. And then Agent, whatever he's called, Manners, shoots him with his big gun and blows his head off. Says, hey, that's how you do it. Because the fella from X-Files earlier on, had said, you can't kill him with normal weapons. And he said, see, he blows his head off, but then he just puts his head back on. So they all run away because there's a killer snowman, but for some reason he's laughing his head off because he's mental. Alright, and then there's this mystery door that's just covered in wrapping paper for some reason. I'm guessing maybe that says it's something to do with the post office, maybe. I don't know. Or maybe there's just not even a door there, but they need one to escape through in a minute. So they're running through that other door into a back room. There he goes, coming through, look, there's water. And we can hear Jack Frost's voice, I'll get you! Because remember, he's the one that arrested him. He's going to fight him off with a hairdryer, with Marla's hairdryer that she was using earlier. See, they had... do they open? Does it actually... Yeah, they open that. Why is it covered in wrapping paper? I don't know. It probably says Thornskin Post Office on it or something. I don't know. But anyway. Rather than pick up the gun that's there, he picks up the hairdryer and that's using the hairdryer on him. And then he pulls out he ends up in the back and says, use all these deodorant stuff. So they'll start spraying deodorant into the air because they're going to blow it up. Because, like, spray deodorant and put a lighter to it. It's that sort of thing. But they're not doing that. They're just going to fill the cells up with deodorant or whatever sprays it is and blow it up. But they haven't got the key for the window at the back. So there's no back door, but there's a window with a padlock on. And the key's in the door. So he's got to go back. I think they find the general store owner is in there somewhere. And they get him out as well. But anyway, so and he's going to get the keys. Just grab the keys, man. But he daren't step in the water in case Jack Frost gets him. There you go, drop that. And look, Jack Frost grabs hold of him in a minute. There it comes. Look, he's grabbing hold of him. But don't worry, he gets away. When do they find the general store owner? Oh, there he is. There he is. They get him out. They put him there. Remember, they knocked him out and they put him there for safekeeping. So they get him out and they get out just in time. There you go, drag them all out. And then he's going to shoot with his gun to blow it all up. There we go. Hasta la vista, baby. And it all blows up in a reflection in his eye. Because obviously they can't show it actually blowing up because they didn't have the budget for that, did they? Anyway. And they say, nothing could survive that. But then we see in a minute. There you go. He's reforming himself. So there's no way to stop him. And he says, hey, look, I'm a Picasso. If it shows him, for Christ's sake. He goes, hey, look, I'm a Picasso. Because he thinks he's... Well, this were after Toy Story, wasn't it? Because he did that in Toy Story, didn't he? Did Mr. Potato Head, didn't he? And that was before this, wasn't it? So they've stolen that from Toy Story. Anyway, so they all run into the church. For some reason, they lock these two out. They go running in. There you go, in they go. This fella just comes walking out, whoever he is, with the orange hat on and a couple of marshmallows on a stick. He just comes walking out, look. Don't know who he is. Just wandering off. Who is he? I've no idea. But they've locked them out. So, the snowman's coming to get him. So, he says, your place or mine? And she says, mine. So he's happy, because, he wants to go out with her. Even though she sprayed him in the face with hairspray earlier on, but never mind. Anyway, isn't that Jake Metzner? Or is that the general store guy? They look the same, don't they? Anyway, whatever. Right, so they've got to work out what to do. The priest is going down to the cellar, to the basement, to turn up the heat again. He won't give any information, tell him how to kill him. He says, we can't kill him, we've got to study him, and he's saying we've got to kill him and all that stuff. So he says, you can't, there's no way to kill him. I designed this stuff, this genetic goo, so that if in the event of a Holocaust and all humankind was wiped out, we could use normal elements like water or snow or whatever to bring humans back somehow. I don't know, but anyway. But they found out that it didn't just bring back a human in the form of a snowman. Jack Frost's personality was transferred over as well. So he says, that proves the existence of the soul. The soul is a chemical. But anyway. But they said, no, we've got to kill it. So anyway, they've got to get it down to the basement where it's all warm, into the furnace. So we're going to have to force him down there, they say. So they all stand out there as bait. Here comes the priest again. I'm sure they just played the shot from earlier on. Because he's exactly the same. So he's turning up the heat in the furnace, and they've got to get Jack Frost down there, but they can hear this rumbling. So what's that? Sounds like buffalo coming over the hill. But it's and I was expecting this big massive snowball coming, a bit like in Critters, one of the Critters films. I can't remember, one or two, I can't remember. I think it was the second one. I could be wrong. Where all the critters joined together to make a super critter. Remember that when it was rolling down and eating people as it rolled. I thought it was going to be something like that, but I think they wanted to, but they didn't quite get that big. They go, look, and it's just that big. Big enough to knock the door down. Anyway, so here he is in the church now. So now they're all going to get him with their hair dryers. Are you ready? Look, they're all getting ready with their hair dryers, all plugged in. So they fight him off. They're forcing him back, force him down into the... It doesn't show him going downstairs or anyway. Maybe it's just in another room, the furnace, but whatever. Forcing him back, you can see he's melting. Look, he's going, I don't think he even says, I'm melting, what a world, what a world. I don't think he says that. This is a missed opportunity. Unless they weren't paying attention. Anyway, look, half his head's melted. So, anyway, they force him, they get him in the furnace. He's actually in there, they've shut him in the furnace. You'd think it won't last 2 minutes, would you, with all that fire? But anyway, so they think they've won. They think it's all done. He's melting in the furnace now. So they all think it's all sorted. Agent Manners and whatever he's called. Is he Paul Davro? I have no idea. Bear with me, I'm going to find out who plays the fellow that invented the stuff. No, it's not him. Oh, Paul Davro is the owner of the store, the general store. That's Paul Davro. It's Rob LaBelle, isn't it? Yes, Rob LaBelle plays Stone, who invented the thingamabob. Genetic goo that created Jack Frost. Sorry, I'm just looking to see what it's been in, apart from... I just remember it from X-Files, way back in season 1. It's been in loads of stuff. Rob LaBelle. Sounds like a pop star, doesn't it? Anyway. Anywho, so they're talking away. But it's not the end of Jack Frost. He's got out somehow. There you go. And he just reforms himself. And he kills Agent Manners. There we go. Just bites him in his face. Turns into a bloody muppet. Bites his face. There we go. And then he gets him as well. He says, no, I'm on your side. You can teach me so much. He says, whatever, I'm going to kill you. Anyway, they're heading home. But then, I forgot about this. He don't kill him. Well, he has killed him. But he's gone inside Stone. So here he comes walking out. A bit like Edgar in Men in Black. You know, he had an insect in him. He's got the snowman in him. So here he goes. Oh, and then out he comes. There we go. The carrot comes out of his mouth. And then he starts throwing up snow, or it looks more like whipped cream. It's supposed to be snow in it, but whatever. So there you go. So there's. So what happens to Mr. Stone then? We don't see that. We don't see like a floppy body or anything, or just a dead body. He's just gone. And Jack Frost is. Oh, there we do. I'm lying. He's there. He's dead. He's lying as well on the ground. Right. So he's going to get them. So I think he gets in the car. In a minute. There we go. He's coming through the vents, look into the car. So they get out. Says, "Don't touch the water." There you go. They're trapped inside the car with him, but they get out through the window. But then something happens to him, to the snowman, when they look round. There you go. He's going, something's burning his face. Look, he's got this brown stuff on, and it's the oatmeal. Remember the oatmeal at the beginning of the film? He said, "What did you put in that oatmeal?" And he said, "No, you'll be angry with me." He said, "I didn't want it to freeze, because it's winter. Even though it was like bright sunshine, 70 degrees. But anyway, so I didn't want it to freeze." I said, "What did you put in it?" "I put antifreeze in," like putting your car. "I put that in." So, it might as well have just made him a mud pie, hadn't he? If they'd eaten it, it could have killed him. Saying that, though, they put antifreeze in wine, don't they? Well, they used to do, didn't they? Anyway, so there he is. So they found a way to hurt him. So he says, he's asking me, "What did you put in?" He says, "Oh, antifreeze." And then we see it's not just melted him, it's kind of turned him into flesh as well, somehow. For some reason, I don't know how, but it just does. So it's made him fleshy as well as snowy. So he's like, hey, we can kill him. So we've got to get loads of antifreeze. So it's where he's telling him, get loads of antifreeze. There's Jack, not looking well, but he does get up there saying, "Come on, you, I'm going to sort you out." So he's goading him, he's buying time for him to get loads of antifreeze. So there you go, heading over to Davro Hardware. There you go, and they're going to fill the back of the pickup truck with antifreeze. That's what they're going to do. While Sam buys them time. There it is. Look, loads of antifreeze. Wonder if it's 20% off. Probably is. Don't know. Let's burst through the paper thin walls and get it. Anyway, right. So he's hiding from Jack Frost. Jack Frost is going to get him. There you go. They're emptying it all into the back of the pickup truck. Jack Frost reforming. Look, and he grabs hold of. What's his face? Sam. I can never remember names. Grabs hold of Sam and he's saying, "I said I'd get you, and then I'm going to get your wife and your son." And he stabs Sam with one of his icicle knob, and stabs him, but not fatally. But he makes out he passes out. He's looking up. I don't know what he's looking up at. I thought he was going to get something, but he doesn't. But anyway, he stabbed him. But then he hears a noise. And he knows that the pickup truck is coming with the antifreeze in, and he says something smart. I can't remember what he says, but basically, he runs him through the room, and they go bursting out of the window. So he must have said to I forgot his name already, Paul Davro, whatever he's called, "Park under this window, and I'll come bursting out with the snowman in a minute." Or whatever. Anyway, that must have been the plan because it worked perfectly. And out they come, whee, into the back of the pickup truck. Apparently, that stunt did it in one take because they probably couldn't afford two. So if they'd messed it up, they were buggered. And there you see that it falls into the antifreeze in the back of the pickup truck. But one of his arms comes off. Look, got to remember that for a minute. Anyway, so he's fighting with Jack Frost in the antifreeze in the back of the pickup truck, and Jack Frost is melting and screaming, and I don't think he goes, "What a world, what a world." I don't think he does. He might do. I just wasn't paying attention. Anyway, so there we go. Thinks Jack Frost is dead. So, but the kid says, "Hey, what about his arm?" And then the arm gets the kid. Look, it's time to smother him. So she grabs the kid and just throws him in the water. And so he's baptising his kid in antifreeze, which keeps dunking him under the water. Oh, hang on, we get an overhead shot of it. Hang on. Go on, get him in. And he does it again. Go on, get in. Get in. I'm just dunking this kid over and over. Bloody little sod. Time to put him on ice permanently. You've got to say it in a Schwarzenegger voice, haven't you? As though you're Mr. Freeze from Batman and Robin. Oh dear, because what killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age. Which it didn't, but never mind. Anyway, so they've saved the kid. Oh, bloody hell, what am I doing? And Jack Frost is, is dead. And they're emptying him out into these containers. And they keep saying, don't leak any at all. It's got to put it in a container that won't leak. Pardon me. So that's what they're doing. And then they're burying the containers. There you go. They're putting them in the ground. Hang on. A minute. And it shows it. Just bear with me. Down it goes. And I said the police from out of town, the state police or whatever, are arriving. And he says, well, it's too late. We've sorted it all out. And there you go. And it shows the antifreeze that they're just covering up. And already some's leaking. Look there. You can see it's leaking. So it's already got out. But whatever. Don't think you're supposed to see that. So anyway, they bury him. And then it cuts to under the ground. And we can see he's all glowing. So he'll get out. Because there's a sequel in the Jack Frost 2. So, which I've seen. I'm sure I've seen it. I'm going to watch it. I think I've got it somewhere. Legally obtained, obviously. But anyways, that's it. And then we hear him. I think he's like cackling or whatever. We hear whatever. Hang on, let's have a listen. No, it's just bubbling, and then the music's playing. Sugar Plum Fairy, whatever. And then the film ends. There we go, cast. And it's weird, like, as though it's the font is like as though it's that Conan the Barbarian or the Sword and the Sorcerer, some like fantasy film. But anyway, so there we go. That's the end. There's no bit at the end of the credits. I don't think there is. But so there we go. Cool film, get it, cool, ice, snow, whatever. But it is really good. It's rubbish. Hang on, what's that say? It's page 60, and there's not a single morph. What the hell is that supposed to mean? I have no idea. Is that from the script? I bet it is. I bet that's from the script. No CG, apart from that bit that we saw. Roundy round. What the hell's all this about? I'd never noticed that before. These little quotes. Don't eat yellow snow. Well, that's just common sense, isn't it? That is. Mongo-like movie. I have no idea. Oh no, I feel like a caboose. Are these lines from the script? Because I don't remember them. Oh, that's it, isn't it? How weird. How bizarre. See if there are any others. I'm curious now. It's page 60 and there's not a single morph. Roundy round. Any more? Maybe it will snow tomorrow. Say, who was that behind door number 3? No idea. Where's the carrot in the bath scene? Exactly. Where is it? Well, I think we know, don't we? The thing about snowmen is that they really don't have arms. Well, it depends how you make it, doesn't it? But, they're giving him arms, aren't they? How many times did you spot idiot? I don't know. Is that a thing to do with this film? I don't know. 0. Does anybody have a 20 on Yolanda? Who the hell is Yolanda? I've no idea what's going on here. Is the soup ready yet? You want a B12? I don't idea what's going on. Can I have fries with that? Oh dear. Hey, they are funny, aren't they? Hey, I'm just curious to see what happens at the end now. Because I never noticed them little quotes before. No, there's going to be anything else, is there? No, that's it. That's the end. That's the end of Jack Frost. As I said, a fun film. I really like it. It's rubbish, but fun as well. So there we go. As I said, you can watch it on YouTube. I've put the link in the description. It's there on YouTube. In high definition to watch. Legally, the production company, it's on their YouTube channel, so it's there, it's nothing dodgy. So there we go, so you can watch it. I don't know if the second one is there on YouTube. I'm sure I've got it. I'm going to have to check. forgot where I put it. Justin34 says, it's fun rubbish. It is indeed. It is indeed. I like it. Just bear with me. I'm just checking to see if I've got Jack Frost 2. I think I have. I'm going to have to check my folders. Where the hell have I done here? It's either in my horror films folder or my Christmas films folder. I think it's in my Christmas films folder. Oh dear. Just bear with me. I know this has nothing to do with anything, but Christmas movies. Now then, Jack Frost. Where are you? Where are you? Jack Frost Duology. Yes, I've got the second one then. Oh, there we go. Jack Frost 2. Oh, cool. I'll watch that. I want to see what happened. I think I've seen it before, but I can't remember. I can't remember what happens in it. I'm sure I've watched it. Anyway, so there we go. I'm going to watch that now. Maybe, or tomorrow. Right. Right, we'll leave it there. So, right. Let's have another swig of me Newcastle Brown. So what's coming up next? What we're on Friday? I said we just watched that Jack Frost, which I've got on DVD. I haven't got the second one on DVD, but I've got it on my computer. Monday. Hang on, move me hat where I normally wear. Monday's Magnificent Mondays next week is Clash of the Titans, the original one from 1981. Great film. The last film of Ray Harryhausen. I think the only one as well that he got help with. When he did with Charles H. Schneer, he got help with this one. I think I can't remember who helped him. I forgot his name. There's another famous stop motion animator that helped him, and some others as well. But anyway, that's on Monday. And then on Wednesday, New Year's Day, we're doing another Magnificent Monday special. Another James Bond film we're going to do, From Russia with Love. Can you see it? There we go, From Russia with Love, the second James Bond film. So that's on Wednesday. So Magnificent Wednesdays as well. Pardon me. And that's coming up. Right. Do you know what I might do next Friday? We might do Jack Frost 2. Because I haven't decided what next Friday's Appointment with Fear are going to be. It might be Jack Frost 2. I'm going to watch it and see if it's any good. See if it's worth it. So I think we will. I think we'll do Jack Frost 2. Anyway, right. So we'll leave it there. So thanks Justin34 for putting up with me for an hour and 20 minutes. And the super generous $20 super chat, which is amazing. Thank you very much. To go towards the StreamYard bill. And Sci-Fi Quest, who popped in earlier on, but it's probably sodded off to do more exciting things on this Christmas season. Right, we'll leave it there. So, thanks for watching. Don't have nightmares, and don't. If you see any genetically altered snowmen walking about, just keep a wide berth. And unless you've got a hairdryer with you. If you've got a hairdryer with you, fight it off. But otherwise, don't approach them. They're dangerous. Anyway, right. Justin says, Russia with Love is a classic. You're welcome. Appreciate it. You're always fun. Thank you. I'm always incoherent. Pretty much. Anyway, particularly tonight because I'm drinking. I don't normally drink, but sod, it's Christmas. I've had this since last year. It's actually just gone out of date last month, but it's fine. I don't drink very often. Anyway, right, so thanks guys, and I'll sod off now. So, as I was saying, look after each other, don't have nightmares, and until next time, which will be Monday probably, I'll see you there.